Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Confident English Podcast, the place where you learn English easily, step by step, with no stress. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Alex. Hi, Sophie. It's so good to be here with you today.
Alex, how are you today?
I'm great, Sophie. I had a very strange night.
Oh, really? What happened?
I had the most incredible dream. I was flying over Paris with a baguette in my hand.
A baguette, of course.
Yes, and I was waving it at the Eiffel Tower. Very important dream, I think.
That sounds amazing. So you were flying over Paris with a baguette.
Yes, and I woke up and I was so disappointed. I wanted to finish the dream.
I completely understand. Dreams can feel so real sometimes.
Exactly. And now I really want a baguette.
Well, that connects perfectly to our topic today, actually. Today, we are talking about dreams and the future in English. It's a very important topic for our friends who are learning English.
Oh, I love this topic. Everyone has dreams. Everyone thinks about the future.
Exactly. And in English, there are some very useful phrases to talk about these things.
Like, I want to fly over Paris with a baguette?
Yes, Alex, exactly like that. Let's start. So, Alex, tell me, what do you want to do in the future?
Well, I would like to travel more. I really want to visit Japan one day.
Beautiful. And Alex, you just used two great phrases there.
I did? Which ones?
I would like to and one day. These are very natural and very useful.
Oh, I would like to travel. Yes, I say that a lot.
I would like to is a polite and friendly way to talk about what you want. It's a little softer than I want.
So, I want to eat pizza is more direct.
Exactly. And I would like to eat pizza is a little more polite. Both are correct, but the feeling is different.
Like in a restaurant, I would like the pizza, please. Sounds better than I want pizza now.
Perfect example, Alex. Very good. Now, what about your big dreams? Not just tomorrow, but in 5 or 10 years.
Hmm. I hope to have my own business one day. That is my big dream.
Oh, I love that. And you used another great phrase, I hope to.
I hope to. Yes, it feels more emotional, more from the heart.
Exactly right. I hope to means you really want something, but you know it might not be easy.
Like, I hope to speak perfect English one day.
Wonderful. And here's the interesting part. I hope to is great for big life goals, things that take time and effort.
So, not, I hope to eat breakfast tomorrow.
Well, you can say that, but it sounds a little dramatic. I hope to climb a mountain, yes. I hope to eat toast, maybe a little too serious.
Okay, I understand. What about when you are not sure? Like, maybe I will do it, maybe I won't.
Great question. For that, we say, I'm thinking about, or I'm planning to.
I'm planning to learn Japanese. Oh, that sounds very confident.
Yes, I'm planning to means you have a real intention. You are thinking about the steps.
And I'm thinking about learning Japanese is more relaxed.
Exactly. It's an idea. You haven't decided yet. Very natural in conversation.
This is so useful. I'm thinking about using all of these phrases today.
See, you're already doing it. Now that we know these phrases, let's try using them. I have a fun situation for us. Okay, here is our situation. Alex, imagine you are at a job interview. The interviewer asks you about your future goals.
Oh no, job interviews are so stressful.
Don't worry, I will be the interviewer. You are the candidate. Ready?
Ready. I'm planning to be amazing.
Perfect attitude. Okay, let's begin. Good morning. Thank you for coming today. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me. I would like to be a manager in a big company.
Oh, interesting. And what are your biggest dreams for your career?
I hope to create my own team one day, and I'm planning to learn 3 more languages.
Wow, 3 languages. That is very ambitious. Stepping out of role, Alex, ambitious means you have very big goals. It's a great compliment in an interview.
Oh, ambitious. I like that word. I am very ambitious.
Back in role. And what about in the short term? What are you thinking about doing in the next 6 months?
I'm thinking about taking an online course for leadership. Wait, how do you say leadership in simple English?
Stepping out, leadership means being a good leader, guiding people, and making good decisions. You used it perfectly.
Okay. Back in row. I'm thinking about taking a course for being a great leader.
That was wonderful, Alex. You used so many great phrases.
I did? I was so nervous I almost said, I hope not to fall off my chair.
Well, that would have been honest, but actually, you made one small mistake. You said, "Thank you for inviting me," but in an interview, you usually say, "Thank you for having me," or "Thank you for the opportunity."
Oh, thank you for the opportunity. That sounds much more professional.
Exactly. Small difference, big impression.
That was so much fun. I feel like I could use these phrases for real now.
If you are enjoying this conversation, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who is learning English.
And if you are still listening, comment the word dream below. We want to know who is still here with us.
Yes, write dream in the comments. We read every single one. Alex, you mentioned your dream about flying over Paris. Do you often remember your dreams?
Sometimes. But let me tell you about my biggest real-life dream. Not a sleeping dream, a life dream.
Oh, I love this. Tell me everything.
Okay, so when I was 12 years old, I was watching this nature documentary, and there was this incredible bird, a bright blue bird flying over a rainforest.
Beautiful.
And I thought I would like to see that bird in real life one day.
Oh, that's such a pure dream.
So I started saving money. For 3 years, every week I put money in a little box.
You were so disciplined.
Yes, and finally I was planning to go to Costa Rica to see the rainforest, to see the birds.
Did you go?
I went, and wait, let me tell you what happened next. I arrived. I was so excited. I had my binoculars, I had my notebook, I was ready.
And?
And I walked into the forest, and I walked directly into a tree.
Alex.
A big tree, right in the face, because I was looking up at the birds and not at the path.
Oh no, are you okay?
I was fine, a little embarrassed, a lot embarrassed. But here's the interesting part. 5 seconds later, I looked up from the ground, and there it was, the bright blue bird, right above me, looking at me.
Oh my goodness, like the tree was a gift?
Exactly. The tree saved me. I hope to go back one day and thank that tree personally.
I hope you do. That is the most beautiful story. And you used I hope to perfectly, by the way.
See? Even when I talk about trees, I'm learning English.
Okay, let's talk about some common mistakes. Many learners make these errors when talking about the future.
Oh, I'm sure I make all of them.
Okay, first one. Many people say, I will to go to Paris, but in English, we don't use to after will.
Oh, so it's I will go to Paris, not I will to go.
Exactly. Will is already the verb. You don't need to after it.
Like, I will call you tomorrow. Simple.
Perfect. Second mistake. Many people say, in the future, I want to become a doctor. They forget the word to.
Ah, I want to become. You need the to there.
Yes, want needs to, but will does not. It's a little confusing, I know.
So I will become a doctor, no to, and I want to become a doctor with to.
You've got it. One more. Some learners say, I am hoping to going to Japan, but that's not correct.
It should be I am hoping to go, not going.
Exactly. After hope to, or plan to, or want to, always use the base verb. Go, not going.
I am planning to travel. I am hoping to learn. I am thinking about going. Wait, that last one has going.
Great observation. Thinking about is different. After about, we use the ing form.
English is tricky, but I'm planning to master it.
And you will. Now, let's go a little deeper. Alex, what if you want to sound more formal when talking about the future?
Like in a presentation or work meeting?
Exactly. Instead of I want to, you can say my goal is to or my aim is to.
Oh, my goal is to improve our sales by 20%. That sounds very professional.
Perfect example. Goal and aim both mean something you are working toward, very common in business English.
And what about something even more poetic, like for a speech or a big moment?
Good question. You can say, I aspire to. That's a beautiful formal phrase.
Aspire. What does that mean exactly?
Great question. Aspire is like hope, but bigger. It means you dream of something great and you are working hard to reach it. Think of it like climbing a mountain. You aspire to reach the top.
Oh, I like that. I aspire to speak 5 languages. That sounds incredible.
It does. And there is one more expression I love. Someday I dream of. Very emotional, very sincere.
Someday I dream of living by the ocean. That's almost like a song.
Exactly. It's very expressive. Use it when you want people to really feel your dream.
Someday I dream of finding that bright blue bird again without walking into a tree.
That's not the best part, though. Imagine if the bird was in the tree.
Oh no, don't say that.
Okay, let's summarize the phrases we used today. There were so many good ones.
I'm ready. Let's go.
First, I would like to. Polite and friendly. Great for plans and wishes.
I would like to visit Japan one day.
Next, I hope to. Emotional and sincere. For big life goals.
I hope to have my own business.
Then, I'm planning to. Confident you have a real intention.
I'm planning to learn Japanese.
And I'm thinking about. More relaxed. It's still an idea.
I'm thinking about taking an online course.
Don't forget, my goal is to and my aim is to for formal situations.
My goal is to improve every day.
And our two beautiful extras, I aspire to and someday I dream of.
Someday I dream of flying over Paris with a baguette.
Always with the baguette. You are consistent, Alex. Before we go, here is your bonus tip for today. Try this. Tonight, write down one sentence about your future. Just one. Use one of our phrases.
Like, I would like to learn one new English word tomorrow. Small, but real.
Exactly. Small dreams become big ones. Writing it down makes it feel more real.
I love that. I'm doing it tonight. After I eat a baguette.
Of course you are. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Don't forget, write dream in the comments below. Let us know your big dream in English.
And don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already.
Share this episode with a friend who is learning English. They will thank you, I promise.
We really appreciate your support. It means so much to us.
We love being part of your English journey every single day.
Keep dreaming, keep practicing, and keep going.
You are doing so well. Seriously.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy learning.
Bye-bye. And remember, watch where you walk. Trees are everywhere.
Goodbye.